the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Washington Wizards. Well, it was the Wizards winning their last game against the Magic at Amway Center, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. And tonight, we get to see Dwight Howard suit up, cape and all.
Superman
Is in the building. A somewhat polarizing figure at times. Shaq, in your mind, is he a future Hall of Famer?
8-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Close call. He may get it. I don't know.
Very non-committal.
But you know why? You know why? Because the first half of his career was dominant.
Oh, yeah. And you said no doubt.
No doubt this guy is going to change the game. And then all of a sudden, halfway through his career, he changed his game and hasn't really improved as much as we might have thought. So I agree with Shaq. A lot of hefty numbers in his first 8 years.
That'll be a close call. Again, how do you see it, Shaq? That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami. Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Miami Heat, they're coming off a loss to the Indiana Pacers.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Miami Heat has established that high standard for fitness. Even Eric Spoelstra has gotten into it in his late 40s. The Heat coach says when he's working out, I'm in a different place. The physical, emotional, and mental benefits, I'm hooked. Kevin?
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. DA, thank you. Brent, two stingy defenses tonight. Hard to see how either team is going to put up a lot of points.
These are the kind of games, Kevin, where sometimes you have an offensive breakout from a player that you and I, in doing the elaborate research we do,
yes,
all of a sudden comes up with a 19-point performance where we say out of nowhere, maybe because that defensive team wasn't prepared for that guy stepping up in a big way.
Exactly. It'll be the Heat off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Washington, Porter and Morris make up the forward spots. Wall and Beal pair together at the 1 and the 2. And it's Howard in at the center position.
As soon as that pass was released, Whiteside's eyes lit up, and he finishes that off with some style.
Morris outside. The fader pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Magic in Orlando. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Back to Dragic. It's Richardson on the wing. 6 to shoot. From 20 feet out. Rebound, Washington. Last time they met was in Washington.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And their troubles just seemed to get compounded as they got later into that game. They did not have it that night whatsoever, and it ended up being a double-digit loss.
And here's Wade following the three-pointer by John Wall. Elbow shot. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards.
Oh! And always always a bonus to have a point guard who can dunk the basketball. Wall has great initiative when it comes to rising up and throwing it down.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Right side, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Beal finds Wall. Howard with it. Lets it go from 14. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Wade. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Beal against Wade. From downtown, Beal can't get it to go. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat, trailing by 5. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. The three-pointer, no good. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Beal, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick the points at the line. That's on Dwayne Wade.
And Bradley Beal earning that first All-Star nod in 2018, a top 20 scorer. He can hurt you from just about anywhere on the court.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Beal just turned 25. Have we seen his best, or do you think he can take his game to even another level?
I think the key is going to be him staying healthy. Injuries have kind of plagued him early in his career. With health, he'll be able to refine his game and fortify his defense and expand that offensive repertoire.
And both free throws good for Beal. The Heat trail by 7. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Dwight Howard? He's around 10 points per game, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
Down low. Porter, no luck.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Whiteside kicks to Johnson. Wade against Beal. Wade, right side, 6 to shoot. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Wade's got his first 2 points.
Excellent use in the mid-range area. You know that's one of his favorite shots.
Wall against Dragic. That one falls. And that's now 7 points for Wall.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Porter with the steal. Inside. And it's Wall. That time the assist from Beal. Wall's got 9.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Richardson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Richardson getting up on that shot there. Solid at elevating over the top of the defense, especially deep inside.
Wall finds Porter. Howard with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Morris passes to Howard. Here's Beal. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Back to Dragic. And he banks in the layup.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
And here's Wall. He had a career game last time out, bucket after bucket. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Richardson. 11 points for him in that last game against Indiana.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there. And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Now Wall. 9 points in the game so far. Beal from long range bangs home the trifecta. Beal's got 7.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lock to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Richardson kicks to Dragic. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. Pass to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Richardson's got his second basket of the night. Washington leading now by 10. And Wall kicks to Howard. There's Beal with the 3. Rebound by the Heat. Richardson with it. Now Beal defending. Beal against Richardson. Right side up top. Passes it to Johnson. His first shot coming late. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. You cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And Beal kicks to Wall. Pass to Howard. Now, here is Morris. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Adebayo passes to Dragic. Great D that time from Howard. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Washington. 10-point lead. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And for the Heat, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Dragic kicks to Johnson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the strength of Johnson, they're hard to contain, adept at scoring despite getting bodied up.
Wall against Dragic. Now here's Wall, guarded closely, and the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Whiteside. Justice Winslow comes in for Johnson, and Ellington is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Olynyk against Green. Just 5 to shoot. Ellington grabs the miss.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
There's the pass to Dragic. Now here's Winslow, covered by Oubre. From deep. Oubre pulls it in.
He has got a lot of confidence in his game. You have to if you think you can knock one down from there.
Yeah, and let's not get on him too much, but that shot is also a little irresponsible.
Now here's Satoransky. Mahinmi dishes to Oubre. Shoots over Olynyk. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Heat trail by 10. On the wing, Ellington. Dragic against Satoransky. Pass to Winslow. Down low. Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
Now here's Rivers. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Satoransky with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And that one, good.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And the basket by Olynyk.
And among 7-footers, Olynyk is in the conversation for best ball handlers. He's that good.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Here's Mahinmi. Wizards passing it around. Satoransky, the pass to Mahinmi. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot.
Mahinmi no good on the free throw. The Heat trail by 10. To the middle. It's deflected. Stolen by Satoransky. Got a piece of it. Olynyk with the steal. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Dragic looking for an opening. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Even though he's one of the smallest guys right now on the floor, Dragic knows how to play big when he gets down low.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
The first free throw is good.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
And Goran Dragic drops them both. Here's Satoransky. Now here's Oubre. No good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Wizards. They lead by 8. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. The Wizards with a bad habit of playing down to the level of competition. Bradley Beal says it has got to change.
I think our biggest problem was not respecting our opponents, thinking it was going to be easy. We have to realize that everybody in this league is a pro. Everybody's capable of winning. Everybody's capable of scoring. And it's tough to win in this league. So it's important each and every night that we come out with the focus and mentality that, yeah, we're a good team, but we still have to produce on the floor.
Well, the Wizards are a team with a lot of confidence, Greg, but you have to watch out for overconfidence.
Like he said, it's about respecting your opponent and bringing maximum level effort every time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
Well, you just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
So on the floor for Washington, Austin Rivers is out there with Thomas Satoransky. Then there's Oubre, and it's Green, and it's Mahimi in at the center. He gets a chance now to catch up a fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you.
2 stops. Last on the first.
And that one falls for Olynyk. Kelly Olynyk, Brandon, nice pickup for the Miami Heat, 4 years and $50 million.
Well, thinking about a floor spacing big man, they like what they saw out of Kelly Olynyk in his brief time with the Boston Celtics. He's still young, has a chance to grow, but his skill set as a big is still eye-popping.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Goran Dragic. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Satoransky. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. He kicks to Oubre. The shot will not fall. Excellent D from Wade. Passes it to Winslow. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
I like to see Justice Winslow doing great work on the interior like that.
Satoransky, the pass to Oubre, and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's foul number 2 for him.
And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Oubre dishes to Green. Shot clock at 6. And he converts the layup. And the Wizards lead by 4.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ellington finds Winslow. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Oubre, good.
Just a great attack mentality. Got right through the defense to finish strong inside.
Here's Wade after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. Wade with it. 20 points for him last game against Indiana.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wizards leading by 4. And Satoransky kicks to Green. It's stolen by Wade. No one near him. Ellington the pass to Wade. Now here's Winslow. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds to Olynyk. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Olynyk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Satoransky with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Satoransky the pass to Mahimi. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Mahimi's got his second bucket of the night.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Well, he's going to punish you down there if you're not more physical than he is, and look for them to go right back to that play.
Now here's Olynyk. He's got 8. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's Winslow. No good from outside. Washington leading now by 4. Pass to Rivers. It's stolen by Wade. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's just amazing work from Winslow. Knows he was going to get hit, but he possesses that strength and concentration to hit the shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Brent, we're already starting to hear some trade rumors out there. Is it ever too early to start making changes?
If you talk to any good GM, it's never too early to start thinking about how can I make this roster better.
Constant thought.
There are some times, though, and I think we've seen this through the years, where there might be a player that's on the roster that, whether there's a coaching change or his approach to the season, maybe it's a contract year and mentally he's not really where he needs to be, that sometimes teams examine that and think, we might need to remove this now in order for us to get where we need to go. And that might be some of the reasons why, Kevin, we're hearing some names this early in the season.
Exactly. The Heat have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. He's off on the second. And Winslow about 6'7", 225, but Brent, it seems like he plays a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. He gets lots of minutes at the power forward position and tries to rebound like a 4. And when he gets it, he can rip it down and run it up the court.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And stolen by Howard. Porter kicks to Beal. Back to Porter, and stolen by Richardson. Johnson dishes to Wade. There's the pass to Johnson. Unloads from 13. That one doesn't go. And Washington the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Beal from long range. Here's Howard. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Morris against Johnson. Kicks to Wade. To the left wing. Whiteside against Howard. Clock at 6. Winslow finds Richardson. Miami no good on that time either.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Yeah, he has that kind of range, but maybe not that time the best judgment.
Now Johnson. Bradley Beal missing from long range. Doesn't go that time. Porter against Winslow. Outside Porter. Wade against Wall. Pass to Howard. There's Beal with the three, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. And that's now 10 points for Bradley Beal.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wade kicks to Richardson. Pass to Johnson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Well, Johnson's tenacity meter right now redlining. He loves taking the punishment and finishing through it.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
Shooting one.
And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
Now here's Porter. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Magic in Orlando.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
Now Winslow following the miss by Otto Porter from deep. That ties the game. Richardson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
Wall looking it over. Beal against Richardson. Beal can't get it to go. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Wade passes to Winslow. The feed to Johnson. And then Johnson with the jam.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Washington's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And Wall kicks to Porter. Pass to Howard. That one's off, still out of sync. For Miami, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Winslow's shot is off. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Trailing by 2, they'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Porter finds Howard. Here's Wall. And Wade sends it back.
Dwayne Wade, the best shot-blocking two-guard this game has ever seen. Add another one to the total.
Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We'll go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Winslow against Porter. Looking to end the run, and the layup is up and in. Porter's got his first points in this one.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 34-point game against Indiana. Wall with some nice defense.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Porter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Heat with the lead. And here's Winslow. 6 points for him. He kicks it to Dragic. And then Johnson with the jam.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Wizards trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for the Heat.
And their bigs have actually played a significant role with their passing. That frees the guards to come up off screens and cut to the rim and kind of flipping the script here offensively.
Porter passes to Howard. From 13 feet, it goes down. Howard's got 6 points.
Sometimes you can't contain Dwight Howard, especially inside, where he's just such an overwhelming presence.
Johnson, and he comes up with the deuce. Johnson's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Outside, Beal. He dishes it to Morris. Here's Wall. The baseline jumper goes down. He's got 13.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Now here's Whiteside. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Dragic. They lead by 1. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Miami with another.
And that's why you have to love how good a floor general Dragic can be. Fantastic pick and roll there.
Wall finds Porter. Howard against Whiteside. Outside, Wall. Outside, Porter. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Johnson. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Now here's Wall. 13 points in the game. To the paint and stolen by Whiteside. To the middle, 3 seconds left. Morris with the block. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat out front. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Miami had some issues in the first quarter. They were on their heels immediately, at one point staring at a 12-point deficit in that opening period. In the second quarter, however, they were not the same team, turning the game upside down. They played smart, energetic basketball, and were able to blaze out to a 5-point lead. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from James Johnson.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Wade and Richardson, the two wings. And it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Porter trying to free himself up. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Good work there as it goes. Richardson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Miami.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside, Wall. The pass to Morris. Shoots over Dragic. Morris, no good. Miami leading by 7. Whiteside trying to break free. Buries it down low. 16 points for James Johnson.
Well, right now, being effective on the offense, and when Johnson gets into this kind of rhythm, he's going to stay on the attack.
Wall passes to Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
And he can't get the first one. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. 11-point game. In the corner, it's Morris. Off target with his 3.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Dragic from outside. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Wall. 13th in steals, 17th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Dishes it to Beal. Over Wade. The kick out to Porter. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Porter's got his second basket of the night.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now, here's Wade. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Good work there as it goes. 8 points for Goran Dragic.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And the Heat with some changes. Bam Adebayo comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Olynyk in for James Johnson. And a switcher also for Washington. Rivers, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. Here's Richardson. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And Wall kicks to Howard. Lobbed up there for Howard. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Tries from 10. And he can't bank that one in.
Yeah, tonight his shot's been a bit off, but still, they lead the game.
Porter looking it over. Yep, that one goes in there. Porter's got 7.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Now Wade. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Olynyk inside, working on Howard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Wizards second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And that one falls for Olynyk. And the Heat making a change here. Ellington's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Green, he's checked in for Morris. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt. Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Satoransky, the pass to Oubre. Tips it up, and Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got 8 points. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Winslow's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Wade dishes to Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Ellington kicks to Wade. Shoots over Oubre. Here's Olynyk. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And using that 7-foot frame on the boards, yes, Olynyk possesses guard skills, but he can still be a force down low.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
One shot.
And that one misses. Wizards trail by 12. Feeds to Rivers. Pass to Oubre. Right through the D for the layup. Oubre's got his second basket of the night.
That's just unselfish. In the past, maybe Austin Rivers thinks about shooting it or holding on to the ball to take it himself.
Now here's Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. And it goes down 2 points. Wade's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
As soon as Wade gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to take advantage of weak defense and score.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Mahinmi's checked in for Dwight Howard. And a look here at the shot chart for Beal.
And this is a bit of a nightmare game for him thus far. Just nothing working, and it has to be affecting his confidence. He just doesn't look like the player he normally is out there, and you could see it in his body language after every missed shot. Boy, this is tough.
And it's Green missing. The Heat leading by 12. Here's Wade, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 4 assists in the game. It's Rivers on the wing. Kicks it to Mahinmi, and that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Green. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Clock at 6. Shot, high post, and he knocks down the jumper.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Now, here's Wade. 8 points for him. Satoransky grabs the miss. Here's Oubre. And it's Wade with the rebound.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
That one misses. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Washington.
Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in 2010. Things didn't work out in New Orleans and found a home in L.A. with the Clippers, playing for his father, and now a member of the Washington Wizards as somebody who can come in and give him some backup scoring potential.
Here's Oubre. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Time now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to speak with the head athletic trainer for the Heat about his status. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. That is such a tough blow to take at the early stage of this season. Hopefully, with it being early, he can recover and help this team down the road. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
Yeah, and this makes it particularly rough for this team. Other teammates now are going to have to step up, and it seems like it's going to be an extended period of time, so not easy to do.
And that one falls for Ellington. Well, Brent, Austin Rivers, the first ever NBA player coached by his father. Have you ever sensed any tension with that relationship?
I don't think I sensed any tension, but I'm sure it was awkward for the time that Austin was in L.A. with the Clippers for some of the teammates around, and then Austin signing a lengthy extension. It made a lot of people raise an eyebrow, but his game has developed. He's gotten better as a pro, and now he's going to have an impact for this Washington Wizards team this season, where they're going to need some help, and that's scoring punch off the bench.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Now, here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Shoots over Satoransky. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Whiteside. And the Heat lead by 17.
Yeah, some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from, and Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Whiteside against Morris. Rivers surveying the D. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Rivers has got his first bucket of the night.
That's one of Rivers' go-to shots there, the high arcing floater. D has a tough time stopping that.
Dragic, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Goran Dragic started his career in Phoenix under the mentorship of Steve Nash.
Well, he still loves to push the pace and still loves to attack the paint. We'll see if he can be an effective player in his late 30s, the way that Steve Nash led his teams.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. And Goran Dragic drops them both. Wizards trail by 17. Washington calls timeout.
Give it up for your team,
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Whiteside. 4th in rebounding, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Now, here's Satoransky. Green finds Rivers. 6 on the shot clock. Green inside the three-point line, and that's good for 2. Green's got 4 points in the quarter. And here are the Heat now. They host the 76ers after this game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Here's Johnson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. The Wizards making a switch here. Beal's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw no good for Johnson.
Really like how James Johnson plays his role, so expanded here within the team set. Knows he's out there to space the floor, bring some physicality, and is going to have some opportunities to make some plays with the ball in his hands.
Now here's Green. He's got 6. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
And stolen by Whiteside.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Green against Dragic. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in. Dragic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, just like a good coffee mug, you have to appreciate strong handles. Dragic showing him there.
Satoransky the pass to Beal. 1:52 left in the 3rd quarter. And Satoransky kicks to Green. That's tipped. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
The Heat making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Then for the Wizards, Porter comes in for Jeff Green. And John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. .143 left in the 3rd. The Heat leading by 19 points. Now here's Ellington. Passes it to Johnson. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Beal. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Pass to Rivers. to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Johnson. And that misses badly. Air ball. And Miami shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Richardson dishes to Olynyk. Ellington the pass to Olynyk. Richardson kicks to Johnson. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Wizards trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's Beal with the 3. Ellington grabs the miss. Ellington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
A floater, second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Ellington's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here is Wall. He's got 13. And it's Beal in the corner. Beal can't get that one to fall. And so it's Miami, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Rivers the guards. Porter is out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Count that one. 8 points for Hassan Whiteside.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Outside, Wall. Beal from long range. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And a new group in for the Heat. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Rodney Magruder comes in for Johnson. Johnson, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Dwight Bikes in for Wayne Ellington. And then for Washington, Jason Smith, he's checked in for Howard. Luke Babbitt comes in for Beal. And it's Brown in for Austin Rivers. Now, here's Wall. Porter, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Johnson, the pass to Bikes. Haslam with it. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shot clock at 6. Here's Whiteside. Rebounded by the Wizards.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Porter dishes to Babbitt. There's Brown with the 3. The Wizards with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Bikes, covered by Wall. Whiteside finds Johnson. Out left to the wing. Wall with the steal. Brown outside. In the corner, it's Babbitt. And it's Wall, top of the key. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey. Advertising, more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys.
Or a
but
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
Here's Bikes. Following the basket by Otto Porter. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And that game against the Lakers,
Shooting two.
That's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
The first one falls, and some changes here for the Heat. Johnson, he's checked in for Haslam. Richardson comes in for Rodney Magruder. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Johnson. Then for the Wizards, Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Smith. Green comes in for Luke Babbitt. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Brown. No good on the second free throw. And so Green will bring it up for Washington. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Here's Johnson. Rebound, Washington. Howard's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The kick out to Wall. For the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Here's Bikes. And there's the pass to Wade. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Wade's got 9 points here in the second half. Wizards trail by 21. Washington calls timeout. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas after the year.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Got that one up quick. And 12 points for Otto Porter Jr.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Now here's Dragic. Rebound, Washington. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Wall. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Johnson kicks to Dragic. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Could we say Dragic has deceptive strength? Showed a little bit off right there getting to the basket.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Goran Dragic. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
One of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
The Heat leading by 22. He kicks it to Richardson. Pass to Wade. Shoots over Beal, and it's Miami with another.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Wall against Dragic. Wall with the bounce pass. Right side, Beal. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Washington's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Dragic against Wall. Kicks it to Howard. Back to Wall. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Wall's got 5 points now this quarter.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Dragic the pass to Wade. To the paint. Johnson finds Whiteside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. You see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA.
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happening.
Here's Satoransky after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. And Satoransky kicks to Mahimi. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. And that'll be his third foul so far. Passes it to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. Beal from long range. Nailed from three-point land.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Yeah, no question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Johnson, good. Washington's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Satoransky with it. Mahimi with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Mahimi kicks to Green. Shot clock at 5. Over Johnson. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Wade misses.
The defense, not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Here's Satoransky. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's how you set up your teammates. Done with a little bit of flair.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Over Beal. That one wide left. And so Green will bring it up for Washington. A drive by Beal. Pass to Satoransky. And here is Beal. And here's Oubre over Johnson. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
Outside Dragic. Richardson kicks to Whiteside. Satoransky grabs the miss. Satoransky's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Green. Johnson with some nice D.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Oubre with the steal. Green against Johnson. With some arc. And it's Green missing. Miami leading by 21. Wade outside. Dragic at the elbow. Down low. And it's Johnson that time on the assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 6 assists in the game. The Wizards shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Washington calls timeout. You look around the NBA, amazing players, global interest, franchise values are going through the roof. Do you feel like the league is entering a golden age if it's not already in a golden age?
I think it is, Kevin, at least offensively. What we've seen over the last 5 years with the adoption of most of the teams of the three-point shot, it's been some of the greatest offensive basketball the league has ever seen. And this idea that the evolution of the game stopped when it is that number 23 retired is kind of silly. I love where the game is at. I love where it's going, and I'm excited to be here tonight to watch this action with you.
Which number 23? We've got two pretty prominent number 23s in the history of this game.
I was thinking the
most
one
recent
I played
23?
against. Yeah,
oh,
that
that 23.
Yeah,
that guy. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Here's Dragic, following the score by James Johnson. Olynyk the pass to Dragic. Back to Olynyk. Outside Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Richardson outside. Rebound by the Wizards. Wall's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Misses off the right iron. The Heat leading by 23. Richardson kicks to Dragic. To the paint. Ellington inside the three-point line. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Washington's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Goran Dragic.
He painted a great picture on the offensive end with the ball movement tonight, really racked up some assists, and had some pretty sweet passes to go along with it.
Clock at 4. He gets that one. And that's now 20 points for John Wall.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Here's Bikes, covered by Wall. Now Winslow, and the pass to Bikes. 5 to shoot, poked loose. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it, the fast break chance, and Wall slams it home.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
It's a shame because this is the team we expected to see fighting on every possession. I think it's just too late.
Here's Bikes after the basket by Washington. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Haslam kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Haslam. Just 4 to shoot. Winslow's shot is off. And it's Wall with the ball for Washington. Pass to Satoransky. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Here's Bikes. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Warren, a pretty good performance you put on tonight in front of the fans.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. And we are hustling on every play, defense and offense. And, you know, I'm really happy that we won that game.
Yeah, I know that's what you thought it would be like when you got here, and it was like that tonight. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.